Hey everyone, it's Nelson Miller here with PA Creative. In this week's tutorial, I'm showing you how to rename the project's post type that comes in Divi by default. Now, this is when you want to continue using the portfolio module to show the projects, but you want to call them something other than projects. You may have whatever other word in mind for that. It could be anything, and you can have a singular and a plural, project and projects. And everywhere that you normally see projects, that will show up as, your custom word. So we can do it in two ways. We can edit a PHP snippet, and I'll show you what to do with that. Or you can do it very simply if you have Divi Assistant. So let's take a look at both ways. First, just hop on over to our blog post. Here we'll have the code snippet and some information that you will need. Now, it's probably helpful to say, if you are simply trying to hide the projects, you can do that in our other tutorial. We have one specifically on hiding the project's post type. So that's if you just literally don't need it at all, right? You don't want it to show up. The only reason that I think you should rename the projects, don't do it if you simply need another post type. I would instead recommend just adding another post type, okay? The only reason I would do it to rename them is when you're actually using the projects in the portfolio module, because that's the only post type that will work there. I hope that makes sense. So just as an example, I can come over here and put either the filterable portfolio or the regular portfolio module in here. And this is going to always display a specific post type. See, you can see I have 4 examples, project 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then in the back end, that's these listed here, okay? Let's say that these were like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of an example, artwork. If I want to use this, and in fact, let's put the filterable portfolio in there, simply because then we have the nice filter options. This doesn't matter about the name here on the front end. It's actually only changing the name back here. So whatever we want to say here, projects, let's change that. So I'm going to go to Divi Assistant. I think a good option would be like calling them artwork. Just as our example, it could be services, I don't know, whatever, like gallery, whatever you want to use. So go over here to where it says utility helper and then post types. So here you can see that option to hide them. Today we're renaming them. So enable that. Now you get all these awesome fields that we can simply write in. So yeah, let's call them artwork. So artworks. Anyway, maybe that's not the best example. I can't even figure out how to use it. And I could even change the slug, like in the URL. So I could say artwork there. And then I could also change the categories. So instead of project categories, I could say artwork categories and artwork category. Same thing here for tags, right? You get the point. I'm gonna save those changes and then refresh. All right, and there you can see my menu item changed. I could click on those. Now, nothing else will really change. Like up here it is, or like artwork categories, because I changed that. In fact, right here, you can see it. And if I was viewing like an actual project, you would see that over here, like on the side, see like that there has that name now. Here it says add new artwork category. So things like that change, and it just gives it that more personalized touch. But again, like I said, nothing here would change because that's like the front end. It's not really relevant to it. All right, so back to the blog post. If you wanted to do it with code, copy this whole snippet into your site. Here I have instructions about where to paste that. I guess you probably are not using Divi Assistant because that wouldn't make sense. You could just use the setting. But if you're using a child theme, put it in your functions.php file, or if you're using a code snippet plugin. The key thing that I'll say here is make sure when you edit this that you're being very careful. Only edit, here where it says, like right here between these quote marks, right? Here it says update this variable to change the singular name. We're right here, okay? Just be very careful and only edit like that, and then the slug, and then down here, project category, project categories, right there, okay? And then we'll have tag, project tag. So those are the three, well, 9, but the 3 different things that you would update, okay, in the code. So you'll, copy the code, obviously, put it in your website. You could, go to your snippet plugin or whatever you're using, like that. And then if I was going to do it, like name an artwork again, you would do the same thing. You would just go in here and type in artwork there and stuff like that and save your changes. And the same thing would happen if you were using a child theme. Go over to the child theme, select that there, functions.php file. You would paste the code and then you would start editing, like right there, all of those fields, and save your code. So yeah, hopefully you have Divi Assistant, or if not, you can use that. Either way, it works well, gets that more personalized to the website. And of course, if you have a client website, kind of is a nice touch, just making it feel more seamless and geared towards their custom thing, whatever it is. If it's, like I said, services or artwork, or could be literally anything. All right, so we actually do tutorials like this every week, so it'd be cool if you could subscribe, and yeah, you'll get notified on YouTube. We also have our blog. We do a monthly newsletter where we keep you updated on everything about Divi and our family, and blog posts and what products we're working on and updates. So you can check that out as well. And of course, check out our membership on our website. All right, well, we'll see you all in the next video.